Sabalenka eyes Fernandez revenge in U.S. Open. Third round. Defending U.S. Open champion Aryna Sabalenka says she is a better player and person than the one who lost to Leylah Fernandez 4 years ago as they prepare for a rerun of their 2021 semifinal. Sabalenka overcame a spirited challenge from unseeded Russian Polina Kudermetova to advance to the third round in New York on Wednesday. World number 1 Sabalenka edged a tense first set in the Arthur Ashe night session before putting away Kudermetova 7-6, 7-4, 6-2. The win sent Sabalenka through to a first meeting with Canadian 31st seed Fernandez since their semi-final clash at Flushing Meadows 4 years ago. Fernandez won that showdown before losing the final to Emma Raducanu, but Sabalenka is reluctant to dwell on the past. "I think I'd better not remember anything from that match because I think I changed a lot," said Sabalenka. "I had really tough challenges after that and I went through. I found myself. I become a better player and a person. So, I think it's going to be a completely different match. I better just don't even try to remember that match. But, of course, I do remember a couple of things and I love rematches. So, I'm actually super excited facing her here again." The 27-year-old Sabalenka is bidding to become the first woman to retain the U.S. Open title since Serena Williams in 2014. "I have to focus on myself. I know that if I'm able to bring my game and fight for every point, I'll have my chances. I try to bring the best fight possible every time," said Sabalenka. British tennis star Jacob Fernley is through to the second round of the U.S. Open after beating Spanish veteran Roberto Bautista Agut in a late-night battle in New York. Despite struggling with his service game, the 24-year-old secured his first-ever main draw win at the tournament on Tuesday night as he overcame Bautista Agut with a 7-5, 6-2, 5-7, 6-4 victory, which he wrapped up around 11:15 p.m. local time. At 3 hours and 24 minutes, the match proved to be the longest of his career so far. However, it wasn't only the length of the match that the Scot had to overcome, as he was targeted by a heckler in the crowd in bizarre scenes. Read more, he's lying. Carlos Alcaraz shows true colors as rival ridicules new haircut. Read more. Novak Djokovic slams Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz and says, "I have noticed." Initially, the fan behind the baseline was voicing loud support for Fernley, but things took a turn towards the end of the third set, as he suddenly switched allegiance to Bautista Agut. The British men's number 3 was left baffled by the sudden change of heart by the supporter, but managed to block out the confusing and extremely loud heckling to secure victory. Speaking after the match, Fernley said of the fan, "When I iced the service game at 5-4 in the third, he completely turned. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to say something. He switched quick. It wasn't abuse, just confusing and extremely loud. He didn't say a nice thing after that." Having served 18 double faults during the match, he added, "I'm pretty tired right now. I don't really know what to make of it. Obviously, to get over the line is really good. I was playing great first 2 sets and then got a little bit nervous, and Roberto makes you earn it. When you're nervous, that's going to have its effect. Even though I've had some pretty big match experience, it's still all relatively new for me, and being in these kind of moments and these matches, it still gives me a lot of nerves," Fernley continued. "Maybe more than it necessarily should. I'm sounding like I'm a nervous wreck. I'm not, I'm fine. Just sometimes in those big moments, I need to be a little bit more clear, and that will come with experience. It's not something I'm worried about." The Worcester-born star was the only British player to win at the U.S. Open on Tuesday, with Billie Harris and women's singles contenders Katie Boulter, Sonia Cardle, and Francesca Jones all crashing out. Fernley will now face German third seed Alexander Zverev in the second round on Thursday, an opponent who already got the better of him. Zverev, who has already swept Fernley aside at the Australian Open and Miami Open this year, beat Chile's Alejandro Tabilo in his opening match.